that intro music that Mike can definitely hear. What is up?
I can totally.
What is up, friends and family? How are you today?
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Doing good today. I'm doing good, Mike. How are you doing?
Oh, glad that another day is over and I'm closer to the weekend.
That is very fair. And before we really get started, I want to apologize for last week's episode. I think the audio is just way off. I'm still getting used to this new mic and where I've got to position it by my dumb face so that everybody can hear me, but it's not too loud. And I think we're good now. So yeah, Mike, it is another week, another glorious week in gaming. How are you doing? What have you been doing? I know we're going to talk about what we're doing later on, but you got anything new?
Yeah, I mean, we've just kind of started playing a lot more Helldivers, with the gang. And
bringing democracy.
We did it. We did it, citizens. We liberated a planet. We unlocked a very shitty mech. That is really emblematic. The mech's... So some people say it's good, but it's like, I don't know, like you think a mech and you're just like, cool, like an unstoppable killing machine, like the Terminator armor and Warhammer 40K, but no, it's not that. It's what you would expect from like a super shitty fascist government that's just like, yeah, like you guys are replaceable. We literally shoot you down onto a planet in a fucking bullet.
And there's a good chance you're not going to survive that.
We're not engineering this thing for longevity or service life.
This is for fun for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can wield this thing all right and do some work with it is great.
It's cool.
The fact that you
can't reload any of the... be able to do.
Can't reload the weapons, and sometimes it shoots itself with a rocket. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Seems like some design flaws there, but
yeah, not 100% sure if that's like something that's going to get patched out because, it worked in playtest, but as soon as it got put on, the public servers, we found this problem, or if it's just like, yeah, no, this is the satire just continuing, but yeah, mech is there.
But you still having fun with Helldivers, even though there's a shitty mech?
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. Like, it's so much fun.
Fuck yeah. I'm glad you're having fun with that. I've been playing WWE 2K24.
Yes, how has that been?
It's great. I literally, right before we hopped on here, I just finished one of the story modes. There's like two, well, there's a showcase that's like a bunch of WrestleMania stuff, and then there's two like kind of fictional story modes. It's all fictional, but where you like create a character and you go through like a little career thing. And I just finished
like
one of
them. Fiction.
Yeah, it's the fiction of the fiction. Yeah, so
it's the in-game fiction.
Yeah, so I finished that. I just need to go back. One is for one type of character and the other's for another. So I'm gonna go do the other story, see what that's like. Do that WrestleMania showcase is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and then next month I'm going to pack my Series S into my backpack, bring it to Philadelphia, and just play it in the hotel in between shows for Mania weekend.
Throw batteries at Santa Claus.
Yep. The Philadelphia tradition.
And if somebody gets taken out on a stretcher after a very clear neck injury, you cheer. That's just how it is.
I mean, it is pro wrestling. And Philadelphia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So.
Listen. Did Eagles fans cheer when it looked like Michael Irvin broke his neck? Yeah, they sure fucking did.
And you know why? Because he wanted them to. Okay.
I was going to say because Philly, despite being called the city of brotherly love, is full of people who just hate everything.
I mean, that too, but,
Okay.
Yeah, stuff could be two things.
Exactly.
Stuff could be two things.
No man is an island and so forth.
Well, let's get into it here, Mike. What do we got on the docket for this week?
We've got a topic that is near and dear to Robert and I's hearts. Something that we hope is near and dear to yours. We're talking about drugs.
Drugs, not the band,
No.
but drugs, the fun ones
Yes.
that you do
Yeah,
in video games.
Yeah, not the stuff that you lie to a government board so you can get a card and go buy it legally stuff.
Exactly.
Not that. Not those kinds of drugs.
Not the medication that I can't get because my insurance thinks, yeah, you probably don't need it. You're fine. The good ones. The good ones.
Exactly. Ones you're not bugging your doctor friend across the country to write you a prescription for.
Yeah, this week, it's all about drugs in video games, you silly billies.
Not silly gooses.
You're being silly. Video game drugs and how we love them. And this has been a topic that we've wanted to cover since we first started this podcast. In our list of ideas, this was one of the first ones that Mike threw out there.
Yeah. So. Yes, it was just a sentence and a question.
Yeah. It was, what's your favorite video game drug?
And why is it Fallout Jet?
Yeah. So
yeah.
So what we're gonna do here, like we do every week, instead of just talking about stuff, we're gonna make it a little more interactive. We're gonna do some trivia, like we did, a couple weeks ago with another episode. So I've got a big old list of drugs here and drug facts from different games, and I believe Mike has the same. So we are gonna go back and forth and ask each other some questions, try to stump each other. And the loser has to make Jet and take it. I don't know. I think there's probably a recipe in one of the fucking Fallout games.
I mean, we could discuss the recipe for Jet. That is something that I do have.
Yeah.
So,
half jet fuel, other half steel beams.
Because
they won't melt.
There it is. All right, buddy.
All right.
Who wants to take the first step out there into the discussion of digital drugs?
You go first. I don't remember who went first last week, so you go first this week.
I can't remember. All righty.
Yeah, it was a week ago.
Wow. Yeah, it was a week ago. Jesus. Feels like another era, honestly. Anyway. So, I mean, why not? Let's just talk about the titular drug that really got us going. That is Jet from the Fallout series. Mm-hmm. It was available in all of the games from Fallout 1 up into 76 and its expansions. And it is arguably the best because it is a hallucinogenic that buffs your stats, particularly the good ones. The ones involved in blowing holes and things. Yeah, like blowing holes and things and beating people to death. Those ones. Yep. It is highly addictive, found throughout the wasteland, and it is made from extracting Brahmin dung fumes. Yep. Huffing cow shit.
Can you smell what the Brahmin's cooking?
For real.
It's Jet, that's what it is.
Yep, it is Jet. Stimulates the central nervous system, giving you a rush of energy and strength, primarily brought about by just a huge dump of endorphins into your system. And it is, as mentioned, it is highly addictive. It is not. There is one chem that I would like to talk about at some point, maybe, if I can keep that mental note in there, that cannot, if you get too addicted to it, you cannot break it with, a Dictol.
Ooh.
Yeah, Robert's gears are turning there. But also, fun fact, because it is an inhaler, they got the design from I believe somebody's brother, like one of the designer's brothers, who was an asthmatic and had an inhaler. So that's where they're just like, yep, you inhale the cow shit fumes. And that's how you get to trip.
They're Brahmin, okay? They're legally distinct from cows.
Because they have two heads.
Exactly.
There it is. Sorry. You get to inhale the two-headed cow shit.
Thank you. And I apologize if y'all hear my dog barking over there. He gets antsy. So, Yeah, he wants to go. He wants to go downstairs in the house, and he's not allowed to because of a brand new rabbit that we just brought into the house, and he does not get along with the rabbit just yet. So keeping them apart. Keeping them apart.
He really doesn't get along with a lot of people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But I mean,
him
we all
not
love
being
him.
homies with the bunny.
Yeah, we all love him anyway.
We do.
So now, Mike, I'm gonna break your heart a little bit.
Yes.
I've played multiple Fallout games.
Yeah.
Fucking from 3 on. I tried going back and playing like 1 and 2. Could not get into the story. Obviously is great. The actual gameplay, not for me. But Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, 76.
Yeah.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think I've ever taken Jet or any chem in any of the games.
Buddy, what are you doing?
Fucking min-maxing and carrying around a fat man. And power armor. A lot of power armor.
I mean, that's good and great and all, but sometimes it is fun to just traipse around the wasteland. Just a fucking strung out junkie. You know?
I'm curious. Do you have that one that you can't use a dick doll on right in front of you? Don't tell me what it is. I want to see if I can guess.
Where is it? I believe. Oh, damn it! I didn't copy and paste that part. Shit. But I believe I know what it is. I believe it's one of the 3 that I have.
Okay.
From the Fallout series. Hold on. Pull up my cheat sheet that I copy and pasted from.
Because I have an idea of one that I think it might be. And just because it's so like powerful and so kind of overwhelming that I feel like this one is the correct answer.
Is that it? Yes. Okay. I have found it.
Okay.
That I should not have second guessed myself. All right. What do you think it is?
So, what I think it is, and I'm not gonna look up, the exact answer here. But there is a combination of 2 chems. One is Jet, one is Psycho, and they just refer to it as a Psycho Jet. Is that it?
So, Psycho by itself, long-term addiction to Psycho may progress to the point that standard treatment options available in the wasteland, such as a dick doll, are no longer effective in treating the habit. So you can just get so strung out on Psycho that you cannot break the addiction.
Oh, man. I mean, at least it doesn't kill anybody in the games. Except for Mama Murphy. That's true. Don't give Mama Murphy Psycho. Yeah, she'll have visions. Yes, she's psychic. But she will die. And then you're not going to be able to use that chair anyway, so...
Hey, you know?
Fucking Mama Murphy. God, I had to build her fucking chair so that she could tell me 1 or 2 things. Let's see. What does giving her chems? She'll tell you a password that she somehow gets. I don't know. Once again, psychic. Reveal the location of Kellogg's keys.
Ooh. Okay.
Giving her chems during a certain quest will grant the perk Foreknowledge, which causes Kellogg to deal 25% less damage to the character. That's not bad.
It's helpful.
And giving her chems during the quest Hunter Hunted will give the player character the deactivation code for the courser encountered and provides a new interaction with him. And then if you give her a 5th chem after those 4, she will die.
Well, what happens?
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Oliver is just kind of walking around over here. So...
Oh, buddy.
So Jet's in all the games.
Yep.
I don't know what it does, because obviously it's a bit different in 76. Because you
Yeah,
can't
everything's a little
I think
bit
they're
different.
a lot shorter of a duration.
Yeah, everything's a little bit different in 76.
Okay.
So, oh, I was wrong. It is just Jet is only available in 2, 3, New Vegas, 4, and the board game. At least according to this wiki that I found.
Hold on. Because I thought there was. Because there's a bit of controversy, I believe, when it comes to Jet over who created it. Because one game, I believe, like Fallout 2, says it was available before the Great War in some form, and then an underground settlement in Appalachia, which is the Burrows, which is 76, which, I mean,
Yeah.
so it's not in there, but it's mentioned in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Apparently, yeah, Vault Tech used it. I'm sorry. This is not. Yeah, I'm just reading a wiki here. I apologize for that.
Yep.
It's
We're just
either
getting into the weeds
Jet
here.
or it's Jet or it's Psycho. One of the two is like found in one of the games, and it says like, hey, it's this. It was created before the war, and then some are after the games, or something else says after the games. I can't exactly remember which one it is, but I want to say it's Jet, and that's probably good enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, Jet is. Hold on. Read the first paragraph of the the origins here. The exact origins of the methamphetamine variant known as Jet are unclear. However, it was available before the Great War in some form. The formula is simple enough to allow for the use of common chemicals and simple laboratory setups in its manufacture. It was even used by Vault-Tec in its experiments. It found its way into the vaults before they were sealed. In the Vault-Tec regional HQ, a pre-war log found on terminal notes that Psycho and Jet were sent to Vault 95 during its construction.
Ooh, Vault 95.
Yeah.
I believe Vault 95 is unless I'm mistaken, again, which I might be. Vault 95 is the one where they. Yep. Yeah. So in Vault 95, they filled it with drug addicts and everything, and
Mhm.
they brought everybody into the vault, all the drug addicts and everything, and then essentially we're just like, you're clean. There's no drugs
Hmm.
here. There's like a whole progress to get you clean, to get you off the drugs, and to, you know, be be kind of healthy again.
Yeah.
And then after 5 years, they opened up a secret part of the vault that was just full of Jet and Psycho,
Oh,
and just to
Jesus.
see what everybody would do.
Oh, no.
And yeah, um, immediately destroyed the residents' family-like bonds and resulted in violence, with some residents immediately succumbing to their urges and others resisting in an attempt to hold true to the program.
Mm.
So, yeah, Vault 95. There's a
Jesus.
lot of vaults in the Fallout game that are fucked up. Pretty much all of them, except for the
Pretty
control
much.
vaults.
Yeah.
So,
The vast majority of vaults you did not want to be in.
yeah, yeah. So,
So,
I've got something for you when it comes to
what do you got?
this is not really a chem, but it's not a drug per se, but it's a chem in the Fallout universe because it applies a buff. And if you have this listed in front of you, then never mind. But can you name 4 different versions of Nuka-Cola?
Ooh.
Or how many can you name?
There
Let's do
is
that.
regular Nuka-Cola,
Okay.
Nuka-Cola Quantum,
Okay.
Nuka-Cola Victory. Was that actually a thing?
I don't know if Victory was a thing. I know that there was I think there's like a Jones Soda
Yeah, I
Nuka-Cola
saw
Victory that
that.
just came out.
Yeah, I saw that, and they said it's
Yeah.
finally like it. So I'm like, is that? Um, yeah, no, Nuka-Cola and Nuka-Cola Quantum are the two that are coming up off the top of my head, and then Victory question mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
and there's actually quite a bit of different Nuka-Cola flavors.
I mean, I assume
Let's
there's probably a Crystal Nuka-Cola. Diet Nuka-Cola,
Nuka-Cola Blue, Nuka-Cola Clear,
Nuka-Cola Spiced.
Yep.
Like I could just start just yelling out dumb things Coca-Cola has done.
Oh God. Yeah. So there are. Let's see. One. Well, there's Diet Nuka-Cola technically. Yeah, there are actually, it looks like almost dozens of variants that are mentioned throughout the Fallout universe, and you could pretty much, yeah, you're right. Kind of pretty much everything that you said. I'm not going to read all of them. Nuka-Cola, Nuka-Cola Quantum, Nuka-Cola Victory is one that is in the games.
Hey.
It is in. It's in. Looks like New Vegas, and then the Nuka World DLC in Fallout 4. That's where a good majority of them are at, is in that Nuka World DLC.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you go through, obviously, the entire facility, and there's a bunch of different ones, including Nuka-Cola Clear was listed here somewhere. Nuka Free, Nuka Fruity, Nuka Grape, Nuka Elixir...
Hey.
Nuka-Cola Cranberry. What is the spice? That new Coke spiced. What is that flavor? Do they have one here?
Hold on. What is Coca-Cola spiced supposed to be?
Yeah, I'm not sure what. I think it's like I think it's
supposed to be. I think
and
exotic spices.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's gross.
What the Coca-Cola company is telling us. But after that whole stupid fucking Starlight thing, I'm like, no.
Yeah, all those different things are the like they just keep releasing these Oliver, hey, could you calm down there, bub? Thank you.
Ollie, buddy.
You're beautiful and I love you. You're the best. Yeah, they had, what was it, Starlight, there was XP. I think there was a Coca-Cola XP that tasted like XP. Like, it's just, it tastes like Dreams. There was a Dreams. Coca-Cola Dreams. Yeah, it's like, what does it taste like? Dreams. No. Just kind of tastes like odd doesn't. Coke.
Yeah, like it just doesn't taste like Coke, which is a big problem. Yeah. Because people are buying Coke because they like the taste of Coke.
So, let's see here. I've got some Fallout 76 trivia for you when it comes to Nuka-Cola. Okay. One of the big first things that you do in Fallout 76, because it does actually have a story, it's not just an online Fallout game with nothing, is you find out that you come out of Fallout, or you come out the Vault 76, which is why the game is called Fallout 76. You're in Vault 76. You come out and you find that there's a plague all around you. It's been about, I think, only 20 years since the bombs dropped. There's a plague called the Scorch Plague that kind of just turns everybody into zombie-like creatures. Like crystals and shit coming out, everything. So one of the first big story beats that you do is you find the recipe and all the like the tools. You find a Nuka-Cola factory, and you find the recipe for basically a vaccine for this plague. It can't really help the people that are already plagued, but you can essentially make a vaccine for other people to drink as a Nuka-Cola that will make it so you never turn and nobody else will. Okay, so that's one of the big story beats in Fallout 76. So, as the player, after you create this Nuka-Cola different flavor, you get to name it.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a few names. I want you to tell me which one is one of the options, because you don't get to just name it whatever you want to.
So I can't call it Nuka-Cola Greg?
No, that'd be like Nuka-Cola Gary would be great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So, let's see here.
What are my options?
So, is it... Once again, remember this is to vaccinate against the Scorch Plague. Is it Nuka-Cola Vaccinated? Nuka-Cola My Blood's in It? Or Nuka-Cola Scorched?
gonna go with Nuka-Cola Scorched.
You're going to go with Nuka-Cola Scorched?
Yep.
You're right and wrong. It's all three. Those are all your options. You can name it Nuka-Cola, My Blood's in It, and I'm pretty sure that's what everybody did.
Jesus Christ.
Because you find out that your blood, using the Vault Dweller's treated blood after a different quest, you're able to get everything done. And actually, I believe, is this in? Now I can't remember. It has been a while since I played it. Okay, so it is actually in the Wastelanders update, which is where they added NPCs and everything. So that's where this vaccinated Nuka-Cola comes from, because now there are people around. When obviously before, when Fallout 76 launched, there were no NPCs. There were just robots, the Scorched,
yes,
and the other players that you find. So you got one correct out of three.
Hey, I'll take it.
Okay. All right. What other drugs or chems do you got for me?
Alrighty. So this one, I'm going to start off with a fun little factoid about this and have you try and guess what it is.
Okay.
This chem gained its name because of the Australian Classification Board refusing the original name of the chem, basically banning the game in Australia. But then Bethesda was like, screw it. This is just what it's going to be from here on out. We're going to change the name from what we originally had it as to this new name.
Okay. Was the original name just supposed to be meth?
No, but you're kind of close.
Okay.
Starts with an M.
Starts with an M?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a list of Fallout chems right there that I don't want to look at. Let's see. Again, since I don't use them, I know the names of a bunch, but I don't know if we've already said one.
Yeah, this one we have not mentioned.
We haven't mentioned. Okay, so it's not Psycho, it's not Jet. It's not Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Nope.
Do you have any other hints for me? That won't just straight up give it away.
Give you. It is a powerful painkiller that is delivered via a hypodermic needle.
Is it the Stim Pack?
No. It is not the Stim Pack.
Okay. I think I'm on the right track though, right? I believe
kinda?
so at least.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of. It's
sort of.
Oh shit, I know what it is. It like essentially makes it so you don't take as much damage. Right? Kind of ups that. Shit, fuck. God, I can't remember what it's called.
All right.
I can't remember what
it's
called.
Throw it in the towel?
All
right.
I don't have a towel with me, but I'll throw it in, yeah.
It's all right. So we are talking about MedX.
Fuck! God, okay.
And
yeah.
It was originally going to just be called morphine because that's basically what it is.
Oh god. I was like I know it doesn't have a name that's like obviously a bad thing. Like MedX itself sounds, oh yeah, okay, it's medication.
Yeah.
But like, damn it.
Yeah, but no, originally it was just going to be called morphine, and then the Australian Classification Board said absolutely not. We are not going to let you sell a game where you can take morphine recreationally.
You can just take it and apparently not have any issues with it, which you will. You will get addicted to it. Don't do
drugs. Oh, yeah, you will
kids.
get addicted to it. Yep. So,
drugs.
According to the flavor text in the wiki, 5 doses of MedX have the potential to be fatal, with 15 guaranteeing a lethal overdose. Man.
Oh, man. I actually have Nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yep, Med-X with... God damn it. I think Med-X might be one that I've taken before for, like, very specific fights
Oh yeah,
in the game.
Oh yeah, I have for sure gotten, like, I think towards the end of my New Vegas run, I am fairly confident I just got just utterly obliterated on Med-X.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Before going into a fight.
at the end of your New Vegas playthrough, you were kind of, weren't you like right at a point where anytime you loaded in, you just kept getting killed because you just jumped into the fight with Kaiser's Legion?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I ended up doing was the game freaked out after I had leveled up and just like froze. I got stuck like in a door.
Yeah.
Not like, yeah. So it wouldn't let me. So I had to reload a previous save and then, whatever. For some odd reason, it never got that level. But so I just kind of went in and just console commands, just like, you know what? I was putting that into speech anyway. And so just avoided that fight at the end because, spoiler alert, you can get out of that fight at the end if you choose to become enemies of Kaisar's Legion. You can get out of the fight if you have maxed out speech.
Yeah. You can essentially, I'm pretty sure you can essentially be like, this is a fight that you could win, but then your army's not going to be strong enough to keep this place and your other places. If I remember
exactly.
Correctly.
It's just like, what is the, like, holding this place is going to be one thing. Like, taking it is one thing, holding it is a whole other thing. Why do you want to do this when you know you have enemies on the other side that are coming for you? So, yeah, it is. And also, you have to, like, you can still screw it up, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If you choose the wrong dialogue option, he's just going to, like, wreck the shit out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy will fuck your shit up.
Oh, yeah.
So, I've got a little bit of trivia here, and I guarantee you won't be able to guess this unless you read it earlier. But there was I believe it was only on the PS2. It might be on the Xbox as well. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel game. It is on PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Okay.
According to an Interplay employee, Brotherhood of Steel was not intended to be a canonical continuation of the original games, only taking place within a recognizable tangent of the Fallout universe. And then Todd Howard also says it's not canon. So this was like a kind of, this is a weird game. It's like a top-down shooter that's not that good.
Okay. You don't say.
The game doesn't have Nuka-Cola. The game doesn't have water, as far as I can tell. There is one drink in the game that is actually a real life drink. Can you tell me what it is? And for reference, the game itself came out January 13th, 2004. So 20 years ago. And if you want any hints, let me know.
2004. Let's see. Trying to remember what was hitting in 2004. It's been a while. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably some sort of. I want to say this was like early energy drink thing, so it might have been a Red Bull.
Very close, actually. You're on the right track.
Oh,
you were on the right track.
So it was an energy. So it was an energy drink of some variety. Righty. There's no way they gave you a monster and let you just be a total fucking Kyle. Was it?
They just named your character Kyle.
Punching holes in drywall with power armor. Oh, man.
And actually, I want to see if... I actually don't even know if this drink is still around.
Oh,
because I can tell you
okay.
whether or not it is here in just a moment.
Okay.
It is as of July 2023. I have not seen one in stores for a long time, but to give you another hint, let's see what's the classiest way to say this. The bottle is ribbed for your pleasure.
What? The Was it one of those stupid like balls guarana drinks? Oh my
Balls,
holy
baby.
god.
Balls
Ow.
Guarana, however you pronounce it,
Owls.
is the only drink in Fallout Brotherhood of Steel replacing Nuka-Cola, and it's the only game that it actually shows up in.
It's got what plants crave.
Yeah.
It's effectively Brondo for the
There we
Fallout
go.
universe. There it is. Oh my god.
A little more trivia.
So
Balls bottle caps in the game are worth 100 regular bottle caps. So that's,
Oh boy.
yeah, try to figure out that fucking
That's
value there. The name is a play on the slang term for being bold and daring. Do you get good balls?
you got balls, kid.
You get
I'll give you that.
you got bowels.
Hmm. You got a hole in your bowel, kid. That's a problem.
You got a hole in your bowel and you got little dots all over the fucking bottle. God, those
That
things.
stuff.
I don't even remember what it tasted like, but I remember that it was gross.
Yeah, I remember it was not good,
Yeah.
but it was like aggressively marketed towards gamers.
Yeah. It was
I
the
remember
gamer thing
that.
before like Monster and Rockstar were the gamer thing. Or Red Bull, I think now, or you know. But yeah, that was definitely one of those early, oh, we need to reach the gamers thing.
Yeah, and it's just like this stuff is terrible. Why are you trying to get me to pour this down my throat? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see here.
Real quick tangent. I remember when I was a kid, they had that and Jolt Cola, its own little cooler, like away from like the regular soda.
Yeah.
Like it was in a tiny little cooler over by the deli at the Smiths by my house when I was a kid. It's the
Because
funniest
it had
damn
to be
thing.
separated.
Yeah, because they're like, we don't want children drinking this.
Yeah, because it might infect the other drinks with its
Right.
coolness.
Oh yeah, now fucking kids just getting jacked up on whatever.
Yeah, they're just doing
Energy drinks.
fucking morphine and vapes.
Just back to back, just one Alani after the other.
Just
Fine, it's sugar free. That doesn't make it better.
ripping Vizzies in the school parking lot.
Hey,
Doing donuts in the school parking lot.
shitties.
I don't know. I haven't been a kid for so long, Mike. Do kids still do donuts? Do kids drive? Do high schoolers still drive, or do they just do school from home? I don't know. I don't know.
Some of them drive. I assume so.
Mike,
how else are they going to get to the job that they're going to have to work for the next 60 years?
Mike,
anyway,
I've got a non-Fallout drug-related piece of trivia for you.
Oh, okay. I have some of those too.
Good.
What do you got, Chief?
So, this one is just a straight-up trivia question. Okay? Have you played a little game called Grand Theft Auto 5?
Why, yes, I have, Robert.
Okay. You might know what I'm getting to here.
Oh, I think I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, there is a very memorable scene where you're playing as one of the three main characters, Michael, and you're in a car with your son, Jimmy, and Jimmy gives you a drink, and then you start feeling weird. He kicks you out of the car. You get abducted by aliens. You fall out of the alien spaceship, and then you're just flying through the air above the city, and it's actually a great scene. Now, my question to you is, can you tell me what you were drugged with? I'll give you a hint. It's nothing that we've spoken about here today so far. It is not Jet or Psycho.
Oh, damn it. Um, I want to say he he doses you with a little peyote there. Get you that trip going. No?
Nope, nope. Peyote is in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh
I think
yes.
I think it was I think it was added mostly in the Xbox One,
It was, yeah, it's a
like
next
PS4.
gen. The
Yeah, in the next gen, and
Yes,
that turns you into animals.
yes.
But
But
no, your darling son
he
Jimmy,
just just gives you what, like LSD?
horse tranquilizer,
Oh.
like in a drink.
Huh.
So you're drinking it and you're talking to your son Jimmy. Actually, I think you're
Then
yeah. If you remember, you're driving him to a
yeah.
place. You're driving him to meet his friend at a restaurant, and then he brings you a drink from the restaurant when he's picking up drugs. And then you start to swerve because you can't drive, and then he kicks you out of the car, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I stole money and I'm moving out." Um, very very memorable
Damn.
scene. Actually, it's weird because it's like a beautiful almost scene when you're just flying through space and it's just all
Yeah.
technicolor and you can literally just kind of guide Michael as he's falling down, and take
Oh
almost
yeah.
as long as you want. It's a great scene. Don't do drugs, kids.
No.
Don't do drugs. So what do you got for me? You said you got some non Fallout thingies here.
Yeah, I mean, we did just mention it. The added with the next gen release of Grand Theft Auto 5. And by next gen release, we mean when it came to PS4 and Xbox One. Because remember, this originally came out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, that is the peyote plants
Yep, the peyote
scattered
plants.
about. Yep. So, fun fact, they are only in two counties
Los
or two
Santos and
areas.
Blaine County.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
those are the only two
Are those
places.
aren't those the only two counties in Fallout or Grand Theft Auto 5?
There's no. There's like the north, like the extreme north end, which is its own thing.
Oh, I thought that was Blaine
Yeah.
County. Oh, I guess.
No, Blaine County's like the center. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
It's been a minute
yep,
since
yep.
I've played Grand Theft Auto 5 proper. So,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there are 27 of them out there, and collect all of them, you get a golden one, which lets you run around as Sasquatch.
Sasquatch is finally in the game. Even though
Finally.
he's in all of them. Let's be honest.
Mhm.
Sasquatch is
For
in all
real.
the fucking Grand Theft Auto games.
He
Somewhere.
is. He
In
is.
my heart, at least.
Mm-hmm.
In my heart.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, and it's yeah, like I said, there are 27 of them scattered throughout Los Santos and Blaine County, and yeah, they are one of the many weird little collectibles you can get in the game, replacing. I mean, you can still find the hidden packages. There are also UFO parts and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
but gone are the days of Grand Theft Auto 3 where you have to find 100 what are clearly bundles of heroin.
Or Grand Theft Auto 4, where you have to find and shoot 100 pigeons.
Christ.
Yeah.
That is, man.
Let's see here. So, what I want to do here, and if you've never played this game, you're not going to get this. And I don't want to tell you what the
Okay.
game is. I want to read you what this drug is called, who makes it, what it does, and I want you to tell me if you can get the game and or even just the series.
Okay.
Okay, that's a hint. There's a series of games.
It's a series.
Okay.
Okay.
It is a game in a series. So, and you know what? Let's just start first. The drug is called Bliss.
Ooh. I have no idea what game that's
No
in.
idea? Okay. Bliss is a drug used by the Project at Eden's Gate to convert people to their cause and increase their numbers.
Is it Far Cry? Far Cry 5?
Yes, it is.
You're in.
You got that a
Hell
lot
yeah.
faster than I thought you were going to get.
Yeah, the whole Eden's Gate thing, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yep,
Yep.
that's the cult in Montana.
It also
So-
shows up in Far Cry New Dawn, and I believe it shows up. It's mentioned in Far Cry 6.
Okay.
But yeah, manufacturing and distribution of the drug are managed by Faith Seed and another geneticist named Peter, who was once one of the most well-known geneticists in his field, but had been ousted from the medical association over a fatal experiment on a terminally ill patient. And in the game, you get exposed to Bliss, because it's kind of being grown all over, and it is part of the... spoilers, fucking I guess. There is a boss fight with Faith, where you essentially, like, you have to kill her in a Bliss field, and then she resurrects herself using the Bliss, and it's a very memorable fight. And also, if you haven't played Far Cry 5, fucking do it. Incredible game. I love it. Mostly the story.
On the list, for sure.
Yeah,
on the list.
Yeah, Far Cry 5, Far Cry New Dawn, which is a sequel to it, is fun. Far Cry New Dawn, it's not one of those games where, like, you'll like it if you liked 5, but if you didn't like 5, you're gonna be like, I don't need to play this.
Okay.
And Far Cry 6, also pretty good. Far Cry 6 does have its own drug. What is it called? Yes. Viviro Tobacco, or Viviro, Viviro, Viviro. And it's the cure for cancer. But it kills the people who are, like, growing it and stuff. So, Far Cry 6, a lot of drugs.
Hooray, drugs.
Hooray, drugs.
Hooray! Alrighty. Well, let's continue on the It's Not Fallout train. And this is another... do kind of the same thing. So it is... I'm going to tell you how, like, one way that you get one of the components for this.
Okay.
All right. So...
What do you want me to guess, the game or the drug, or...
if you can do both, awesome.
Okay.
If not, that is totally fine. So you have to harvest part of this drug.
Is it Adam from BioShock?
I mean, I was going to plasmids, but yeah, you have to harvest it from little girls and try not to piss off the giant Hulk in armor.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
No, I honestly
like that you got
so coded that I hear the word harvest and I'm like, little sisters, huh? Right? Little, yep,
yep. But yeah, no, I was actually reading some of the lore.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty messed up. Adam is naturally secreted by sea slugs. However, they could not secrete enough, so a scientist found that if you implant the sea slug into a human host, it produces a ton more. And the best host were little girls.
Yay.
And so that's how you get little sisters. Yeah. Yeah. So that's...
didn't harvest any when I played BioShock.
Yeah, I did not either. Yeah, I'm just like, one, because obviously it's horrifying, but also, man, I'm really not trying to get, like, beat to death by a giant lumbering Hulk in like 19th century diving equipment. Like, that's not how I'm trying to go down.
Actually,
for real.
I played BioShock Infinite for the first time last year.
Oh yeah?
Holds up pretty well. I also, for the first time, played Assassin's Creed Black Flag last year.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't hold up. Not a fan. But, whatever. Hey. Did you play Atomic Heart? Which was essentially fucking, it was BioShock in Russia with horny robots. And horny refrigerators.
I heard about it. I never played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much horniness.
That was one of those ones where I watched people play it, like, on Twitch quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I had downloaded it, and I had it downloaded for a long time, and just never booted it up. And then after a while, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to get to this. So.
That's fine.
But, you know,
How it
it
goes.
happens. It happens. Okay, let's see. What do I got here? This one. Have you played Mass Effect?
Played a little bit of it.
Played
I
a
do
little
have
bit
the
of it.
entire. I got
Okay.
the entire collection in my library, and I've had Andromeda sitting on my PS4 game shelf for a very long time. Never installed it, but I have it.
Let's see here. How can I how can I do this one? God, I just assumed everybody had played all the Mass Effects multiple times.
Bold move.
Hey, I mean it's a fucking perfect trilogy.
They're fucking amazing. Like,
don't worry about the end of 3. It's a perfect trilogy. And then Andromeda came along, and it's the first 3 are a perfect trilogy.
Yep.
Okay, I got it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do here.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what it does. Okay, it is in Mass Effect. Okay, so you can guess what the game is, and you'll get it right. Hopefully, God,
boy.
I hope so. And then I'll give you a multiple choice question as to what the drug is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. This drug is a stimulant with biotic enhancing properties. Its abuse is disproportionately high among non-biotic friends and relatives of biotics, often out of a misguided desire to understand what their loved ones are experiencing. It was originally created by criminal triads on Mars from refined element 0. When taken nasally, it creates a brief but intense euphoria and gives the user very short-term telekinetic biotic abilities.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normally sold in small packs.
All good drugs are.
Mm-hmm. Asari and Batarians are immune to it. And the Batarians, however you want to pronounce it, Batarians, I believe, yeah, Asari Batarians, sorry, are known to buy addicts as slaves when the addicts can no longer afford to support their habit. Okay. So, is that A, skooma, B, creeper, C, red sand, D, oblivion?
Right. It's not skooma because I have that on my list. So, creeper, red sand, or oblivion?
Yep, creeper, red sand, or oblivion.
I am going to go with creeper.
So I'm going to read something here that will probably make you think. It was originally created by criminal triads on Mars.
Red sand. God damn it.
Yeah, red sand.
Totally it just went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when taken nasally, it essentially gives you telekinetic biotic powers momentarily. Side effects, and this one I didn't want to say because this one would have probably given it away. Side effects include red tinting of the user's vision, discoloration of the teeth, and longer-term withdrawal symptoms. And the slang expression for using it is dusting up or being sandblasted.
Okay. Also, interesting ways to describe cocaine.
Yeah. I'm gonna get sandblasted.
God. I'm gonna have to drop that in a group chat this evening and see what happens. Really praying for my friends at my buddy's bachelor party in New Orleans. That is, God help them. Yeah, no, that is, Mass Effect is a series I need to get into, and now just so I can maybe get cripplingly addicted to red sand.
Yeah.
And just see how that game goes.
I can tell you that Mass Effect is a perfect trilogy.
Wonderful.
Oh man. Yeah, you actually yeah, I'm not gonna you play the game and you come back. We'll talk about it.
Play the game. All right.
Go do it.
You could all right.
Nah.
Bye.
I'll do the Simpsons thing again. To go do the... Yeah. Did you do it? Okay. He's doing it now. So it's just you and me, everyone. Let's talk about, more drugs. How to do different drugs. You can, boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. And you back?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It is the perfect trilogy. You're not wrong.
Told you. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad that you finally
Original
figured that
Star
out.
Wars.
That it's the perfect one.
I mean, the list now goes of perfect trilogies. It goes Mass Effect,
Mm-hmm.
the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah. The first three. Yep.
Yep.
Episodes
And then the
1,
Bulls
2, and 3.
three-peat in the 90s. The second one. Where they had Dennis Rodman on the squad.
Which
The
three-peat?
second the Bulls three-peat in the 90s.
Fuck
the
the
second
Bulls in the 90s. Okay.
one. Oh.
Jordan pushed off, and everybody fucking knows it. All right.
Jordan fraudulently won Defensive Player of the Year because he was. This is something I learned on a podcast. He was somehow he recorded 98% more blocks at home than he did on the road. Yeah, real home cooking there. Yeah. Tell me the Jordan era was the greatest era in basketball, and I will say you just love inflated stats and blinded by nostalgia. Not good. It was not good.
Mass
Love
Effect,
those slow paced.
Star Wars original, Back to the Future. Perfect trilogies.
Mass Effect, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you that one.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Alrighty. Moving on. So, it is me now. Scroll down. Alrighty. We mentioned this before, but Robert, what do you know about skooma?
I know that it's in Elder Scrolls.
Okay. It is in Elder Scrolls. It is essentially heroin in crystal form, but you really can't do anything with it. In the earlier games, nobody will trade with you if you have skooma on you. So you are just like shunned. Yep. Yeah, like the game knows what's in your inventory, so
why do the other people know what's in my inventory? Are they looking in my pockets? What the fuck?
Hey man. No. It's getting patted down. The Use Guild is everywhere, buddy. But no, and in Oblivion, you can find a den of skooma addicts in Bravo. And if you hang out long enough, you'll periodically see one of the skooma addicts get up and leave the den. And what they're doing is, people have done this, they follow the addict. They are going to another town. They are walking across the country to another town to pick up a massive supply of skooma and bring it back.
Can you rob them?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Totally rob them.
Good. I don't want my games to not let me rob people that are
For
buying
real.
and transporting large quantities of drugs.
Large quantities. For real. So, but yeah, no, that's a thing. So,
yeah,
again, there's like, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I've the only Elder Scrolls game that I've played is Skyrim, and I just remember reading skooma, and knowing that it was a drug, and that was about it. So
yeah, so in doing research for this, I found that a lot of games, like, there are drugs in them, but they don't really take them seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, oh yeah, here's a thing, like, oh, this is bad, and that's like really it. Like, there are no greater consequences.
It's not good. Don't do it, or Mama Murphy's gonna die in her chair.
Yeah, or it goes the other way. Like, you can just get, totally jacked up, and these drugs are power-ups, which, not always the case with drugs in the real world. But yeah, it's like there's really, like, very few games kind of do it right. and Fallout is weirdly one of them because you can actually get your character addicted to things.
You can get addicted to the
And
drugs, and it actually comes with bad side effects. So
yeah, like there are downsides to getting addicted to these
yeah,
drugs.
actually,
So,
I said I don't use chems in Fallout games, and I don't. Not for any like moral reason. It's just I get I always get it's just too fucking annoying to have to go in and take the chem when it's going down and everything, and it's just I'm like I don't want to.
yeah.
That's a whole bunch of shit that I have to pay attention to that I don't want to pay attention to. But in Fallout 76, Fallout 76 has different kind of perks, I guess you could call them, or I mean traits for weapons and armor and everything that give you that can make things stronger or weaker depending on different aspects of your character. And one of them is you get like what is it, like higher strength just for being addicted to things, and that stacks.
Oh,
So my character in Fallout 76 at all times is addicted to like 6 different things so that my weapons do
nice.
more damage and my armor, takes more damage.
All
And
right.
it's literally like there's like the min-maxing of those characters, like the addict characters is like, it's like, oh, get addicted to these things, this, because then the buff that you get from this is going to offset the negative thing that you get from this thing, and then this over here is only really going to do this one thing, which you don't need because you don't need charisma or something because you're not talking to people anyway because it's fucking 76.
Yeah, there's not a lot of conversation going
Yeah,
on.
but there is like a min max to get your character addicted to the right drugs, and I remember
Hey.
there have been a couple times where I'd picked up an Addictol somewhere,
Mhm.
and it was in my inventory, and I went into my inventory to probably take a stim pack and accidentally hit the Addictol, and it just
Oh
randomly
no.
got rid of. I think it actually got rid of all of them, just all of the addictions at once,
No.
and I was just like, oh fuck, I gotta go find all this shit again and take all these drugs and
You,
hope that I get
you
addicted
mean
quickly.
you mean I gotta go get addicted again? What is this?
I just went through rehab.
Just
Fuck. Yeah,
frustrating.
it's the only time I've taken chems in Fallout is to become addicted to multiple and be stronger.
Attaboy. I think that's the reason anybody should be doing drugs.
So,
Yep.
well, Mike,
Yo.
I think we are probably we're just over an hour. So,
Perfect.
yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Can I just
A bit misguided today.
It's all right.
Talking drugs. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, trying to do this whole trivia thing, trying to teach each other about this stuff. Got some
Yeah.
ideas for the future for sure. And if you have any ideas, please
yeah.
throw them down in the comments for us.
Please do. Please do.
But
And
Mike, before we get out of here,
yes.
go ahead and let me know what your streaming schedule's looking like.
So, streaming schedule for this week, because it's coming out the week after I know what's going on. We are probably still going to be doing some Rocket League. We have maybe found a way to make it more playable for us as a group. Not sure the watchability, but it's something. We have picked teams, and yeah, we're gonna try and do better.
Do you have team names?
Get better as. We do not. No,
Fuck you.
but
I'm
work
sorry.
on that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm sorry. That was harsh.
Really great. It was unnecessarily aggressive.
Yeah.
Whatever. um, yeah. So we've got Rocket League on Mondays, Wednesday, assuming tomorrow as we record this, last Wednesday as you hear this, goes well. I'm messing with the timeline, and Robert is having steam come out of his ears. There it is. He's chewing on his tongue. He's going down. No, Wednesdays we're gonna try and get Monster Hunter Rise going because, yeah, No Man's Sky is a thing that is kind of ridiculous to try
Hmm.
and do because there's really not much direction. And
Yeah.
also, I think we kept having trouble. Like, we would randomly drop out of the party, which was frustrating. We died and respawned in very different places. So it was a bit annoying trying to, you know, keep that thing going. So we're gonna play Monster Hunter Rise, a much different game, something where we can, as a party, go out there and hunt monsters with
Yeah.
longswords and shields.
And Monster Hunter, why? Just a question: why Monster Hunter Rise and not Monster Hunter World?
Monster Hunter Rise is on Game Pass, and
Oh, is it?
most of the group is on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
this
okay.
is,
Is I know World or wasn't World on it for a little bit?
I don't, maybe for a little bit, but
Maybe it
yeah,
was.
Rise is
Oh, okay,
currently
but
on
Rise
there.
is okay. Okay.
Yes, Rise is currently on there, so that's what we're going with. Because, got to get something that the whole party could play.
Yeah.
So that is why we are doing Rise. But that is going
Yep.
to be on Wednesday. And then Thursday, continue to spread democracy across the galaxy. Helldivers 2. So
And
that is
yeah,
what we've
how are
got
you? How
going
are you
on.
liking Helldivers 2? I know you've been telling me that you're a big fan of it. What
Got
do
it.
you like about
I,
it?
well, I like the whole, like, the general, like, satirical tone. Like, overall, the whole, like, yeah, no, like, whole, like, idea of this crazy super fascist super Earth just running around, like, it is just a play on every bit of, like, fascist propaganda, and it is brilliant. Um, Also
No.
terrible because some people don't get that, which is fun. Much to the detriment of a lot of players. But yeah, no, I love that. I love the fact that you can accidentally do things like I accidentally killed Zach last time we played because we both totally forgot about friendly fire.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Have you
So that was
landed in your bullet pod on somebody yet?
no, but Zach landed in his bullet pod on top of a little robot spawn location, whatever, the little factories that pop them out, and blew that thing up. That was fun. Didn't have to call in an orbital strike or try to throw a grenade in the hole there.
Yeah.
So, that was hilarious. It's just been dumb fun, and it's also something that if you put a little bit of thought and strategy into, like, it works that way. But it's also something that you can just be like, I'm going to be a total and complete shitter in this, and I'm going to run around with a shotgun and an Uzi and an orbital Gatling gun strike that just sprays and prays from low planetary orbit. And occasionally you throw it a little too close. Got to call out danger close sometimes. But yeah, no, it's a very fun game for both just pure hilarity and also, like, yeah, this is actually a very fun game to play because unlike a lot of live service games, it feels like you actually do something.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just you're not just showing up every 3 months because there's something new and there's, like, new cosmetics or whatever. Like, every day you log in, there is, like, new planets have been conquered or overrun, and because of that, new things happen, like the aforementioned shitbox mech.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're not just
so
killing
yeah, it
Justice
is just.
League.
I mean, man, that's. I mean, I wish I could kill that game.
Well, I'm gonna buy that game when it's like $15. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe 10.
wait until that thing gets a little.
Yeah.
Gonna wait until that thing gets a little cheaper than 15.
There was a stupid sale. I don't know why it happened. Did you ever play the demo anything of Immortals of Avium last year?
Think so.
Like it's like magic first person shooter thing where like you have powers and it's first person and you're like shooting shit out of your hand and everything. It was like a first game from a bunch of devs that left another studio that I can't remember the exact thing, but I played the demo because the demo was on Xbox and everything, and I was like, oh, this is not a bad game.
Mhm.
This is pretty
Yep.
fun. I wouldn't spend 60, 70, $80 on it, but it was a fun time playing the demo. And then yesterday, all of a sudden, Xbox is like, hey, 90% off for the next 10 hours for the deluxe edition.
Jesus.
I was like, so $8 for the game. Yeah, okay, here's $8. So
Thanks, friend.
yeah, so that's now in my backlog for some
All right.
time in the future. Yeah, Immortals of Avium. Like I said, it was a fun time. Not $80 worth. $8. Fuck yeah.
Why not?
So
Yeah, that is, man, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wish I knew about that.
Hey, it was like it was one of those things where it was like just for you, and I'm like, okay, but I saw this on Wario64 on Twitter, so it's obviously not just for me, but I don't know.
Yeah, just for you.
Yeah. Shit.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
But yeah, like I said earlier, I've just been playing probably this last week or so. I've been playing WWE 2K24. Picked it up on the. I picked up the special edition, or whatever, that gave me 3 days early access, but mostly just because it came with the season pass, which is all the extra characters that you're going to be able to download, including Pat McAfee and Post Malone. So
hell yeah. Ooh, I have to.
Those are things. There's actually a ton of characters coming out, including CM Punk, actually, in the first round of DLC, I think in May. So
I was about to say Pepsi Man better be there.
Yeah, Pepsi Man's gonna be there in May.
Good.
But yeah, I beat one of the story things in there. I'm probably gonna jump into the other one for a little bit, maybe do a little of the WrestleMania showcase mode, and then I'm finally gonna get back to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So
nice.
And by that I mean I played 3 hours and I want to play more, but then WWE came out and I just got kind of addicted to that.
So, yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I want to get back into my Fallout playthrough, but man, Helldivers has a hold, and it's quite nice. I like being held by Helldivers like that.
Yeah,
so,
well, if you find a game that you're enjoying, just play it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about anything else that's coming out. You got plenty of time to play other shit. So
for real.
I mean, and that's the way that I've always looked at games, is like, oh, cool, I've got this thing that I'm really enjoying. Cool, I'm just gonna go balls guarana deep into this until I get bored of it, and then if I'm bored of it, cool, I've got 100 other fucking games that I can play. This whole backlog, this whole Game Pass thing, yeah. So play what you want to play. Yep. Play whatever makes you feel happy.
You know what? Okay. And there's nothing wrong with going back and revisiting something. Like, play through Borderlands 2 more times than I could count, but yeah, I'll go back and play that again.
Mm-hmm. Fun. Yeah, Red Faction Remastered Edition, Gorilla. I went back and played that a bit. For a few years there, I did try to do like a playthrough of Grand Theft Auto 5 every year.
Yeah.
It has been a couple years though, so I might actually jump back into that now that it's on the new next gen. The re-release.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you guys are playing. Mike, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and finally updated the YouTube page a little bit. Finally got the current branding on there.
Okay.
And on Twitch, on Twitch, we are Nerding for Beginners across platforms. Streaming 3 times a week on Twitch, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And yeah, we've got a Discord server that I keep dropping invites to in the chat. Please join. Please start throwing memes in the general memery channel, because currently it is 2 people just shit posting, and it's getting kind of excessive. So
yeah, that's the memeries channel though. That's what it's going to be. It's just a bunch of people, or by a bunch of people I mean 1 or 2 people posting the same shit.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. So yeah, there we go. Trying to grow that a little bit. Trying to grow all the communities a little bit. So we can get some more friends, get some more nerds to hop into some of these different games. Some more friends to play games with.
Yeah, the more friends, the better.
Exactly. And speaking of friends, Robert, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitch at Mr_Hawks182. It's right there. And on Twitter, Mr_Hawks. And then you can actually find us on Twitter at Storymoders Pod. We're also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everything if you want just audio. But yeah, I don't need friends to play games with because I play single player games, but I always like friends to just hang out with while I'm gaming. So if you want a place that's literally just like, you remember growing up, you went to your friend's house and they just had a game and you guys just hung out while one of you played it and just talked, cool, come into my stream sometime. I say that when the only thing that I typically have scheduled on a regular week is on Thursday nights when I do a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough with another streamer, Viram Dex. Great kid, great guy. But yeah, that's kind of my only weekly thing is Baldur's Gate 3, and then I just go live kind of whenever I feel like it. So I did a bit of WWE last week. I might go live for a bit of Infinite Wealth too when I pick that back up. Maybe I'll go live and do some Immortals of Avium at some point.
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
Show the people what kind of entertainment you can get for $8.
$8 of joy. All right, let me tell you that much.
Hell yeah.
But Mike, for my good friend Mike, Robert, L's, G's, all NBs, y'all have a great week. We will see you back here next week. We're Storymoders Podcast, and peace out. Let me throw on the music here. Let me see if I can get some balloons. Yep,
basically still no balloons. Back to never getting balloons.
Yep, still no balloons. I don't know how to do these balloons. Whatever. Peace, everybody.
Bye.
I got balloons! I got balloons right as I did the thing to turn the thing off.
Wonderful.